Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Winnie Bush and this is Winning with Winnie. Okay y'all, I hope you're doing well. So in this channel, I share a lot about my journey as an international student. I talk about scholarships and just life in general in the United States of America. In today's video, we will be talking about 8 reasons for US visa F1 student denial. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. The first reason I have is inadequate documented finances. So a lot of times, when you apply, you have to show that you have enough finances, you have enough money to live in the United States. So, and I think typically they have you show for the first full year. So a lot of people, so for example, you might need a bank statement of like 50,000 or 60,000. It depends on what your school puts in your I-20 as the total to be. So if you lack financial proof to support your education and life in the United States, so this, like, you have to be able to cover like your tuition, or your tuition, your room and board, which is housing, on food. But also I think another thing is, even if you get, like, if you have your scholarship letter, so a lot of people who go study abroad, like, you get some sort of scholarship, so also taking with you to your interview your scholarship letter is also good. But I think that's the first reason that a lot of people get denied, is just like they don't have enough proof to show that they have the finances to cover their education or to cover the cost of college. The second reason that people get denied is that they're not able to kind of convince the consular officer that they intend to go back to their country. So typically, I know, like, when I was coming in 2014, I did get the question of, what do you plan to do after graduation? So you have to be, when they ask you that question, you need to show, I don't know what you say, but you need to be able to convince the consular officer that you plan to come back home. So I actually wrote down, I'm trying to see what I wrote down here, but so basically, if you fail to establish, or if you fail to show that you have ties to your home country, that could also be grounds where they can deny your visa. And then the third reason I have is if you're unable to show your intention about, so let's say they ask you about like your major and you're unable to like say why you picked that major or why you picked that university, that could be another ground. That could be another ground for visa denial. So like I have here, it's just making sure that you're prepared to answer the question about, like, why did you select this particular major, why did you select this university, and also a lot of times they'll also ask you about like other I know some people were saying that they've asked them about like other universities they applied to. I didn't get that question when I applied, but I've heard a friend say they got asked that question. But just making sure that your answer to, if they say, so why are you studying this course, or why why did you pick this university, you need to make sure that you have a straight answer for that question. The next reason I have is if you're panicking. So if you're like, I know a lot of us are like, oh my gosh, we are super nervous and anxious about your interview, but if you like panic too much, or you are super afraid that you fail to answer the questions, like that could be another ground, whereas you're just like, you're not answering the question, so we can't grant you your visa. So just making sure, I know it's stressful, you're anxious, but kind of breathe in, breathe out, like do whatever it takes to like calm yourself, so that when you go in front of them, you're able to like articulate your experience and articulate your interest in going to the US. Another issue, or another reason I have, is document problems. So a lot of times, let's say, not a lot of times, because sometimes you might be forgetful and like you forgot to bring, like, I don't know, like your bank statement, or you forgot to bring your TOEFL or GRE score, or even like confirmation of like your scholarship, like I mentioned before, or even maybe something from your sponsor, like if someone else is sponsoring will be sponsoring your college, you forgot to bring like the statement from them that they're sponsoring, you may end up being denied. So just making sure that you have the proper documentation, I think, is really vital as you go through this process. Another thing could be arrest. So it could be arrest in the US or even arrest in your country, because a lot of times they do background checks, so they're able to kind of see different information. So an arrest in the US, so if you've been arrested, so if, let's say you came before in a different degree or you visited or something, or you came on a business visa before, but if you got arrested in the US, that might trigger some sort of action as well. So just being aware of that, I think, is also good to know. I don't know that if being arrested automatically denies you, but I would be ready at least to explain it to the consular officer if they ask. And then the last reason I have is just ineffective communication. So that could be like the language barrier. So let's say you don't speak English fluently, or you just have different accents or different dialect. Or, you know, let's say that could either be from you or from the consular officer. So let's say they ask you something and you just, you know, you're confused, you don't know what they're asking. I think you're able to request like a translator. So just making sure that you have all of those things that, you know, like if you feel like you need a translator, try to see if you can request it ahead of time, or an interpreter. And also, even when you talk, like make sure that you slow down. You can repeat your answer, you can explain, but you know, slow down and breathe. Like don't try to rush to get it over with. But yes, y'all, so those are some of the reasons that I know about US F1 student visa denials that might cause people to be denied. So if you have any additional reasons that you've heard of, or if you yourself has been, you know, denied before, please put the reason why in the comment box below. But yeah, y'all, so that's all I have about this topic. If you have any other topic suggestions for me, put it down in the comment box below. But until next time, y'all, your girl, my name is Winnie. Bye.